Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Subha Kaul with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Jal Jeevan Mission is a big movement of decentralization, calls it a village-driven, women-driven movement. Prime Minister to visit Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh on October 5th to take part in the urban conclave being organized by the state's Urban Development Department. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee leads by nearly 46,000 votes in the by-poll for Bhavanipur Assembly seat. In Odisha by-poll to Pipili Assembly seat, BJD candidate leading. India achieves milestone of administering over 90 crore 51 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses. Recovery rate nearing 98%. Power Ministry promulgates Electricity Rules 2021 to regulate transmission system planning, development and recovery of interstate transmission charges. Paddy procurement begins in Haryana and Punjab. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urges the centre and the states to work in a Team India spirit to further improve the health indices. The National Investigation Agency NIA conducts searches at multiple locations in Jammu and Kashmir in cross-LOC trade case. Heavy rain lashes Kozhikode, Thrissur, Wayanad and Kasaragod districts of northern Kerala. And in IPL, Royal Challengers Bangalore take on Punjab Kings in Sharjah and Kolkata Knight Riders to clash with Sunrisers Hyderabad in Dubai today. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is underway, we advise young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise the listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact National Helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said vision of Jal Jeevan Mission is not only to provide only water but also to ensure decentralization of power. Speaking after interacting with Gram Panchayats and village water and sanitation committees on the Jal Jeevan Mission, Mr. Modi said the mission was village-driven and it was also a big movement of decentralization.
जल जीवन मिशन का विजन सिर्फ लोगों तक पानी पहुंचाने का ही नहीं है, ये डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन का, विकेंद्रीकरण का, उसका भी एक बहुत बड़ा मूवमेंट है. ये विलेज ड्रिवन, विमेन ड्रिवन मूवमेंट है. इसका मुख्य आधार जन आंदोलन और जन भागीदारी है. ये हम इस आयोजन में होते हुए देख रहे हैं. जल जीवन मिशन को अधिक सशक्त, अधिक पारदर्शी बनाने के लिए कई और कदम भी उठाए गए हैं. जल जीवन मिशन ऐप, इस पर इस अभियान से जुड़ी सभी जानकारियां एक ही जगह पर मिल जाएगी.
The Prime Minister said that 5 crore households have been provided with water connections since the launch of Jal Jeevan Mission in 2019. He said now tap water is reaching every household in about 1.25 lakh villages. The Prime Minister asserted that the vision of Jal Jeevan Mission is a village-driven and women-driven movement and its main base is mass movement and public participation.
मुझे खुशी है कि आज के दिन देश भर के लाखों गांवों के लोग ग्राम सभाओं के रूप में जल जीवन संवाद कर रहे हैं. ऐसे अभूतपूर्व और राष्ट्रव्यापी मिशन को इसी उत्साह और ऊर्जा से सफल बनाया जा सकता है. जल जीवन मिशन का विजन सिर्फ लोगों तक पानी पहुंचाने का ही नहीं है, ये विकेंद्रीकरण का भी एक बहुत बड़ा मूवमेंट है. ये विलेज ड्रिवन, विमेन ड्रिवन मूवमेंट है. इसका मुख्य आधार जन आंदोलन और जन भागीदारी है.
The Prime Minister appealed to every citizen of the country who lives in an abundance of water to make more efforts to save water and call upon them to change their habits too. The Prime Minister praised the villagers of Bundelkhand for their dedication and said that women are getting empowered and getting their due dignity through schemes like PM Awas, Ujjwala and Jal Jeevan Mission. The Prime Minister also enumerated measures to improve the health and safety of the daughters of the country. He informed that measures like toilets in every home and school, affordable sanitary pads, nutrition support during pregnancy and immunization have strengthened the Matra Shakti.
जल जीवन मिशन के तहत बन रही पानी समितियों में 50% सदस्य अनिवार्य रूप से महिलाएं ही होती हैं। ये देश की उपलब्धि है कि इतने कम समय में करीब 3.5 लाख गांवों में पानी समितियां बन चुकी। अभी कुछ देर पहले हमने जल जीवन संवाद के दौरान भी देखा है कि इन पानी समितियों में गांव की महिलाएं कितनी कुशलता से काम कर रही हैं। मुझे खुशी है कि गांव की महिलाओं को अपने गांव के पानी की जांच के लिए विशेष तौर पर ट्रेनिंग भी दी जा रही है। गांव की महिलाओं का सशक्तिकरण हमारी सरकार की सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकताओं में से एक है। बीते वर्षों में बेटियों के स्वास्थ्य और सुरक्षा पर विशेष ध्यान दिया गया है। घर और स्कूल में टॉयलेट, सस्ते सैनिटरी पैड से लेकर गर्भावस्था के दौरान पोषण के लिए हजारों रुपयों की मदद और टीकाकरण अभियान से मातृशक्ति और मजबूत हुई है।
Mr. Modi said, coming from a state like Gujarat, he has seen drought conditions and knows the importance of every drop of water. He recalled measures taken during his tenure as the Chief Minister of Gujarat for Gram Swaraj, such as Nirmal Gaon for ODF villages, Jal Mandir Abhiyan to revive old Bauris and wells in villages, Jyotir Gram for 24-hour electricity in villages, Tirth Gram for camaraderie in villages, and E-Gram for broadband in villages. Prime Minister also launched a newly designed Jal Jeevan Mission JJM mobile application. The app would enable anyone to fund provision of tap water in rural parts of the country. On August 15, 2019, Modi announced the Jal Jeevan Mission to provide clean tap water to every household.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Lucknow on October 5th to take part in the Urban Conclave being organized by the state's Urban Development Department and to inaugurate several other urban development schemes. This program, which is to be held at the Indira Gandhi Pratishthan in the state capital, is being organized on the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The Urban Conclave will be for 3 days. The Prime Minister is also expected to interact with the beneficiaries of the PM Awas Yojana. The Prime Minister is also expected to inaugurate an exhibition of various urban development schemes that have so far been implemented or are in the works. From the Indira Gandhi Pratishthan venue, the PM is also likely to virtually flag off 150 electric buses that would ply in 7 cities of the state. He is also likely to inaugurate several other urban development schemes. This would be Prime Minister Modi's third visit to UP in recent months after his programs in Varanasi and Aligarh. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath yesterday conducted a site inspection of program venue and supervised the arrangements. In West Bengal, counting of votes for by-poll to Bhabanipur and poll to Shamsherganj and Jangipur Assembly constituencies is underway amid strict security. AITC candidates are leading in all 3 seats. In Bhabanipur, Trinamool Congress candidate Mamata Banerjee is leading by 45,738 votes after 17 rounds of counting. BJP candidate Priyanka Tibrawal is in second place, while CPIM candidate Shrijib Biswas is in third place. 21 rounds will take place in this seat. More from our Kolkata correspondent.
In Kolkata, strict security arrangements are in place at Sakhavat Memorial School, where counting of votes for Bhabanipur by-poll is underway. Since the beginning of counting this morning, Trinamool Congress candidate and Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, has been leading in the seat, followed by BJP candidate Priyanka Tibrawal and CPIM candidate Shrijib Biswas. In the last election held in May earlier this year, AITC won the seat with over 28,000 votes. Ms. Banerjee has already secured a comfortable margin of over 40,000 votes, and party supporters started gathering outside her residence at Kalighat for early celebration. Madhuparna Chaudhary for AIR News, Kolkata.
In Shamsherganj, AITC candidate Amirul Islam is leading by 8,363 votes after 13 rounds, while in Jangipur, AITC candidate Zakir Hussain is leading by over 34,000 votes after 13 rounds of counting. In Odisha, counting of votes cast in by election to Pipli Assembly seat is in progress. At the end of fourth round, Rudra Pratap Maharuthi of BJD is leading by 5,140 votes over his nearest rival Ashrit Patnaik of BJP. While Maruti has polled 16,968 votes, Patnaik has got 11,828 votes so far.
Power Minister has promulgated the Electricity Transmission System Planning, Development and Recovery of Interstate Transmission Charges Rules 2021. This paves the way for overhauling of transmission system planning towards giving power sector utilities easier access to the electricity transmission network across the country. At present, generating companies apply for long-term access based on the supply tie-ups, while medium-term and short-term transmission access is required within the available margins. Based on long-term access application, incremental transmission capacity is added. A number of sector developments such as the increasing focus on renewable energy and the development of the market mechanism necessitated a review of the existing transmission planning framework based on LTA. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, National Investigation Agency NIA today conducted searches at 9 places in its ongoing probe in connection with a large-scale transfer of funds from Pakistan to India through the import of California almonds through cross-LOC trade routes. The NIA, with the assistance of J&K Police, CRPF and ITBP, conducted searches in the border district of Poonch at the premises of the suspected LOC traders in relation to the case. The agency has seized various documents, digital devices and other incriminating materials from the premises of the suspects. The import of California almonds was facilitated via cross-LOC trade facilitation centers located at Salamabad and Uri in Baramulla district and Chakandabag in Poonch district. The NIA had filed an FIR on December 16, 2016 and registered a case under Section 17 of Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and started a probe after Union Home Minister's December 9, 2016 order based on input regarding terror funding taking place through LOC trade routes.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, in a historic event, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha inaugurated retreat ceremony at Octroy Post in Sushetgarh on the India-Pakistan international border yesterday. The retreat ceremony on the lines of Wagah border reflects the great legacy and valour of BSF, India's first line of defence. The Lieutenant Governor said, on the auspicious occasion of the birth anniversaries of Mahatma Gandhi and Lal Bahadur Shastri, BSF made a new beginning that will ensure a massive push to the border tourism in the Union Territory. The third session of the 15th Kerala Legislative Assembly will commence tomorrow. The House will meet for 24 days till November 12th. 19 days are set aside for legislation, 4 days for unofficial matters and 1 day for supplementary requests. During the session, important bills will be presented, replacing 45 ordinances. The Kerala Employment Guarantee Workers Welfare Fund Bill, the Kerala Panchayat Raj Amendment Bill, the Urban and Rural Planning Amendment Bill and the Municipality Amendment Bill will be considered tomorrow.
The procurement of paddy in Haryana and Punjab has begun today. Union Ministry of Food and Public Distribution wrote a letter to Punjab and Haryana governments in this regard. The letter said paddy should be procured as per the fair average quality FAQ norms prescribed for Kharif marketing season 2021-22.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Jal Jeevan Mission is a big movement of decentralization, calls it a village-driven, women-driven movement. Prime Minister to visit Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh on October 5th to take part in the urban conclave being organized by the state's Urban Development Department. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee leads by nearly 46,000 votes in the by-poll for Bhawanipur Assembly seat. In Odisha, by-poll to Pipli Assembly seat, BJD candidate leading. India achieves milestone of administering over 90 crore 51 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses, recovery rate nearing 98%. Power Ministry promulgates Electricity Rules 2021 to regulate transmission system planning, development and recovery of interstate transmission charges. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urges the centre and states to work in a Team India spirit to further improve the health indices. The National Investigation Agency NIA conducts searches at multiple locations in Jammu and Kashmir in cross-LOC trade case. Heavy rains lashes Kozhikode, Thrissur, Wayanad and Kasaragod districts of northern Kerala. And in IPL, Royal Challengers Bangalore take on Punjab Kings in Sharjah and Kolkata Knight Riders to clash with Sunrisers Hyderabad in Dubai today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Midday News. India achieved yet another milestone of administering over 90 crore 51 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses so far. In the last 24 hours, more than 73 lakh 76,000 vaccine doses were administered under the nationwide vaccination drive. Meanwhile, new COVID-19 cases also showed a continuous dip as about 22,000 cases were reported in the country, while around 26,000 people recovered in the last 24 hours. 244 people lost the battle with COVID during the same period. The COVID recovery rate in the country now stands at 97.87%. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged the centre and the states to work in a Team India spirit to further improve the health indices. In a video message to a private satellite channel, the Vice President also called for bridging disparities in health infrastructure between urban and rural areas. Mr. Naidu urged health experts and youth icons to spread awareness about a healthy lifestyle. He said that the healthcare is not just absence of illness and called for taking holistic view of health that includes physical, mental and spiritual well-being and empowers an individual to reach his or her full potential. Mr. Naidu said that this holistic approach towards health is the aim of Swasth Bharat, which will ultimately lead to Sampann Bharat or Prosperous Bharat.
In Uttar Pradesh, the government will withdraw court cases registered against people under COVID-19 Pandemic Act in the state. Chief Minister said that keeping in view the wider public interest, the cases registered related to the violation of the COVID Pandemic Act should be ended. More from our Lucknow correspondent.
COVID-19 vaccination is going according to center's guidelines, and as of now, more than 10 crore 19 lakh COVID vaccines have been administered in the state. This number is around 59% of total eligible population for COVID vaccination in the state. According to Health Department reports, more than 8 crore 75 lakh people have got first dose of COVID-19 vaccination, and more than 2 crore 16 lakh people have got both the doses of vaccine. Meanwhile, 31 districts in the state have become COVID infection-free. During the last 24 hours, more than 1,73,000 COVID samples were tested, and there was found not a single new case of COVID-19 in 66 districts. Presently, the total number of active cases in state is 159. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
As part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Niti Ayog's Flash initiative, the Women Entrepreneurship Platform WEP will felicitate 75 women achievers with Women Transforming India Awards WTI 2021. The awards in the 5th year of its inception will celebrate the contribution of women entrepreneurs towards Sashakt or Samarth Bharat by building self-sufficient businesses and overcoming challenges via unique business solutions. The WTI Awards is Niti Ayog's endeavour to recognize and celebrate stories of exceptional women change makers from across India. The application form is available on wep.gov.in and applications will be accepted till 31st December 2021.
As the nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events has been organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. India's glorious fight for freedom is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the valiant struggle every day. Today is the death anniversary of Kardambini Gangali, who, along with Chandramukhi Basu, became the first female graduates in India from Bethany College in Kolkata. Kardambini Bose was born in Bhagalpur, British India, modern-day Bangladesh, on July 18, 1861.
She was born during the Bengali Renaissance, which was a period of religious, social and educational advancement in the Bengal region from the 19th century to the early 20th century. Kardambini was directly impacted by this cultural movement, as her father was an influential member of the Hindu Reformation movement, Brahmo Samaj, as well as co-founder of women's rights organization Bhagalpur Mahila Samiti.
And although this was a time when Indian women had scarce educational opportunities, Kardambini's father understood the importance of education and allowed Kardambini to attend school.
After primary school, Kardambini attended India's first college for women, the recently established Banga Mahila Vidyalaya, which later merged with Bethune College. The school adopted the Calcutta University entrance exam and, in 1879, Kardambini became the first woman to pass this rigorous academic test.
Kardambini's success inspired Bethany College to start their first arts program and open up graduate courses. The first classes consisted of only 2 students, Kardambini and her peer, Chandramukhi Basu. They completed their studies in 1883, becoming the first women to graduate college in India.
After graduating, Kardambini married Dwarkanath Gangali, her mentor and teacher at Bethany College. Dwarkanath, a passionate leader of India's women's rights movement, encouraged his wife to pursue a medical degree. Calcutta Medical College refused to accept Kardambini, but the couple fought hard and she was eventually admitted as their first female medical student. Despite continued resistance from teachers and staff, Kardambini graduated Calcutta Medical College in 1886.
Along with Anandi Joshi, Kardambini Gangali became the first woman in India to study medicine and earn a degree in 1886. While Anandi Joshi studied at the Women's Medical College of Pennsylvania in the United States, Gangali pursued Western medicine at Calcutta Medical College, CMC.
Criticism from conservatives opposing female liberation could not hold her back, and Kardambini chose to pursue the highest possible medical qualification. She travelled to the United Kingdom in 1892 and received 3 more doctoral certifications. When she returned to India, she worked as a gynecologist at the Lady Dufferin Hospital and later started her own private practice.
Kardambini's busy life as a doctor and mother of 8 children did not stop her from playing a role in India's women's rights movement. She was one of the 6 representatives in the first female delegation of the 1889 Indian National Congress, and in 1906 she helped organize the Women's Conference in Calcutta. She was also extremely active in many other movements, like one that fought to improve work conditions for female Eastern Indian coal miners. After her husband's death in 1898, she practiced medicine in Kolkata till her death in 1923.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar, AIR News ke Sang. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
To commemorate the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz has been conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news. Listeners can send their responses to the question over WhatsApp on 8826546262 or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in.
On the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti yesterday, Indian tricolour was installed at a peak in Leh in Ladakh, which is believed to be the largest hand-woven cotton flag ever made in the world. The flag, measuring 225 feet by 150 feet, weighs more than 1,000 kgs. The tricolour has been woven by Mumbai-based Khadi Dyers and Printers, which is an affiliate of Khadi Village and Industries Commission. Mr. J. Bhatt of Khadi Dyers and Printers shared his experience with us about making the world-famous flag.
ये जो फ्लैग हमने बनाया है वो 150 फीट बाई 225 फीट का फ्लैग है। इसका वजन करीबन 1 टन से ज्यादा है और इसमें हमने जो खादी का कपड़ा यूज किया है तो इसमें करीबन एक कलर में 21 जॉइंट्स है और इसका जो चक्र है अशोक चक्र 30 फीट का अशोक चक्र है जो कि 8 पार्ट्स में बनाया गया है और ये फ्लैग हमको बनाने के लिए करीबन 50 डेज का टाइम लगा है और इसमें जो हमारे लिए ये भी एक अवसर मिला था हमको कि ये इतना बड़ा झंडा आज तक किसी ने कॉटन खादी में नहीं बनाया है क्योंकि ये कॉटन खादी है, इसका वेट हैंडलिंग और वॉल्यूम ज्यादा था और ये हमारे लिए चैलेंज कहो या अपॉर्चुनिटी था।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged people to consider making khadi and handicraft products as part of their lives and strengthen the resolve to build an Atmanirbhar Bharat in the festive season. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, "World's largest khadi national flag displayed in Leh Ladakh is a unique tribute to Mahatma Gandhi, whose passion towards khadi is widely known."
In the program Spotlight, we are broadcasting a special series, Seva aur Samarpan 20 Saal Susashan Ke. Today the theme is India First Foreign Policy Vishwa Guru. It showcases Prime Minister Narendra Modi's resolve and dedication to make India a global leader. This special program can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website news.air.gov.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. News just in Odisha by-election, counting to Pipli Assembly seat, Rudra Pratap Maharathi of the BJD is leading by 10,451 votes over his nearest rival Ashrit Patnaik of BJP at the end of the 10th round. In Kerala, heavy rain lashed across the northern districts of the state, especially in Kozhikode, Thrissur, Wayanad and Kasaragod last evening. Water entered several homes and shops in Mukkam and Velayil areas in Kozhikode district. Low-lying areas in many places were inundated, causing traffic snarls. Landslip was reported in Thodakad near Karaseri, and the landslide took place inside the forest area near Maruthom Hill Highway in Kasaragod district last evening, causing traffic disruption. Met Department says rain or thundershower is likely to occur at most places in Kerala and Lakshadweep.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for today. The national capital Delhi is likely to have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature was 27 while maximum is expected to be nearly 36 degrees. Mumbai may experience light rain. It recorded a minimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius while the maximum is expected to be 31 degrees. Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. The lower limit of temperature was 26 degrees Celsius while upper limit is expected to be nearly 34 degrees. Guwahati is predicted to have generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers.
In IPL cricket, Rajasthan Royals defeated table topper Chennai Super Kings with 7 wickets in Abu Dhabi last night. Rajasthan made an imposing chase of 190 look easy by hunting down the target with 15 balls to spare and losing only 3 wickets. Put to bat first, Chennai scored 189 runs for 4 with the help of a swashbuckling 101 not out. 2 matches are scheduled for today. Royal Challengers Bangalore will take on Punjab Kings in Sharjah at 3:30 p.m. while Kolkata Knight Riders will clash with Sunrisers Hyderabad in Dubai at 7:30 p.m. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Jal Jeevan Mission is a big movement of decentralization, calls it a village-driven, women-driven movement. Prime Minister to visit Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh on October 5th to take part in the urban conclave being organized by the state's Urban Development Department. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee leads by nearly 46,000 votes in the by-poll for Bhawanipur Assembly seat. In Odisha by-poll to Pipli Assembly seat, BJD candidate leading. India achieves milestone of administering over 90 crore 51 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses. Recovery rate nearing 98%. Power Ministry promulgates Electricity Rules 2021 to regulate transmission system planning, development and recovery of interstate transmission charges. And in IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore take on Punjab Kings in Sharjah and Kolkata Knight Riders to clash with Sunrisers Hyderabad in Dubai today. And with that we end the Midday News.